Let me recap this for the VOD crowd. By the way, hi there. Lefties have allies now. That's what me and the live the Wicked Senate are talking about. We're not alone. And when I say we have allies, I mean we have people who are not lefties working hard to get leftist policy pushed. Why is that? Why could that be? Well, let's have a look. Have a gander. Because it's actually fairly predictable when you pause and think about it. We've just been dodging tragedies every single day for several years. So we haven't had time to think. This is from A More Perfect Union on Twitter. Breaking. Norway's United Federation of Trade Unions says it will start blocking Teslas bound for Sweden unless Musk signs a collective agreement with the Swedish Industrial Workers Union. They will join workers in Denmark who have taken Sweden's Tesla strike international. And oh, hey, by the way, Shawn Fain, leader at the UAW, he's come out and said that the UAW supports a ceasefire in Gaza. Why are these business entities, these organizations of workers, taking up these issues and insisting that other countries have similar fair treatment and so on and so forth? Why are they going international? Because it's good for business. Because it's good for their workers. Because a sane world is a profitable world. I'm not even saying that Shawn Fain doesn't have a heart and doesn't care about these issues. But why does the rest of the UAW go along with it? I just found out recently that I'm a year younger than I thought I was because I don't do math so hot and I don't think about it all that often. But nonetheless, despite being 1 year more ignorant than I realized, I have been on this planet for eyeball in 40 years, and for the entirety of that time, it has been like the country that I live in was under a spell. And because that country has guns pointed at everybody else, the whole world was going along with it. And in that spell, we pretended like conservatives were good for anything at all. But they're a bunch of howling madmen. When COVID came out, I was certain that conservatives would be on the wrong side of it. In fact, forget predictive ability here. I don't want to be that guy from the first segment. You can just look at what has happened. They are on the wrong side of it. When Charlottesville happened, Trump found a way to be on the side of the Nazis. When there is a war, whatever side is doing the most evil is what the conservatives will support. They support Russia over in Ukraine, you know, the invading force, killing civilians left and right and doing war crimes. They support the IDF, Netanyahu's thugs in Gaza. You know, the genocide that's happening right now. But you can't make all bad decisions and expect to survive. We've burned through our fat as a country. We've burned through our stores. We've burned through the time we have to work with the environment to fix it. Now we're just simply trying to keep it survivable. We will carry the shame for the rest of our lives having let things get as bad as they did. But if we survive, it will be without the presence of Republicans because we just cannot afford them anymore. And practical people, which includes practical, heartless people, they're joining our side. I'm not even calling all the people who act heartlessly heartless. Some people's job is just to be a cold mother effer. They're joining our side. We are getting support on the left from more and more diverse groups. I don't mean ethnically. I don't mean racially. I mean ideologically. People that don't agree with us on X and Y will side with us on Z because the issues we are dealing with are that important and we are that right. It's very validating. Very validating. It's also very useful. We should be reaching out internationally. I never see two far left countries go to war with each other. You know, I see right wingers constantly splitting each other's throats. And I see them massacring lefties any chance they can. But you really don't see left-wing countries battle it out. There's a reason for that. That's because left-wing countries are run by decent human beings. That means we have allies all around the world. What you can do, make friends. Make friends everywhere. Expect your friends to be there for you. Expect your friends to talk to their representatives. And oh, by the way, you should take an interest in their country too. You don't have to know everything about it, but make an effort and talk to your representatives on their behalf when your friends ask you to. The left around the world, my humble opinion, just about done putting up with the right wingers of the world. I don't think much of Reagan's ideology, of Nixon's ideology, of Thatcher's ideology. I don't think much of that is going to survive into 2030. I don't think you're going to see a lot of people claiming that Kissinger is a big inspiration for them in 2034, 2036. I think you're going to hear about how Bernie was, sure. But victory, the victory we've been winning, it's going to be ugly because we chose to fight a war of attrition. The next big issue of our time comes along. The next time we discover that there is a ticking clock and we've got about 30 years to solve a problem, let's remember the mistakes of the past and let's rely on our new friends. Let's work together and build a better planet. And then a better space empire. Look, there's nothing out there as far as we can tell. We don't have to feel bad about being colonists if we're literally just colonizing rock. I'm just saying. Give it some thought. Sci-fi twist at the end. Make friends with lefties around the world and help them when you can.